Hello everyone, happy to see you here, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a great question, here you can see it, we have 3 plus 3 times 3 divided by 3 and plus 3. Seems pretty basic, seems pretty easy, however many people are going to get this problem incorrect, so if you could do that without a calculator, write your answer down into the comment section. Right here we have 3 options, we have option A, we have option B, we have option C, so right now choose one option what do you think is the correct answer to this question and write your option down into the comment section. We will check your answers in a few seconds. It will be really interesting. You can also write a solution just for better understanding. Right, so let's look closely. What do we have right here? We have 3 plus 3 times 3 divided by 3 plus 3. So all the time we have 3. We have right here we have addition. Right here we have multiplication. Right here we have division, and right here we have addition. So we have 4 mathematical operators, like we have addition, multiplication, and division. And here's maybe the main question: what is the correct order to perform these mathematical operators? Like from left to right, from right to left, maybe a correct start or a correct beginning is from the middle. So right here we need to multiply or divide, or we need to start add it first right here, 3 plus 3, or we need to add right here on the right side. So it turns into a big argument. A lot of students arguing with each other what is the correct order of operation, and in this video I'm going to explain you what is the correct answer to this question, because obviously whatever order of operation we select is going to create a different answer, right? So for example, if we start with this addition, yeah, right here, second step is multiplication, third step is division, and the fourth step is addition. So if we start from this order, we have one answer, yeah, we have one answer, I don't know exactly, but we have one answer, yeah. If we start, for example, with another combination like addition first, or like multiplication first, right here addition second, we have a division as third, and these fourth, we have completely different answer, and we can go step by step through this pattern, and we will have all the time different answers. But in terms of math, we need to know about a correct order of operation, about a correct answer. So right now, forget about this approach when we solve this question absolutely randomly, chaotically. We just go from left to right, from right to left. We just solve this question wherever we want. And right now, let's look closely at this thing which is called order of operation. Here's our order of operation, which tells us what is the correct order to perform mathematical operators. Here we have our order. This is like PEMDAS order of operation, the most popular one. Maybe a lot of students know about this one. This is our BODMAS order of operation. Yeah, this is our BODMAS. This is completely the same as our PEMDAS. We are talking about brackets, orders, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, which is absolutely the same thing. It's just different letters. Here we're talking about brackets. So in terms of B, this is our brackets, looks like that. In terms of P, this is our parentheses, looks like that. Okay, so I hope you understand this step. I will use PEMDAS, which is the same thing as BODMAS, so to be honest, everything will be great. Here's our question on the left side, and right now, what is the main idea to solve this type of question? First of all, quick example, quick explanation about this PEMDAS. So this PEMDAS goes from the top to the bottom. This looks like a checklist, okay? So P has the highest priority and ASC has the lowest priority. Okay, we go from left side to right side. So the highest priority has parentheses. Parentheses stands for letter P. P stands for parentheses. So we are talking about this type of brackets or this type of squiggly brackets, or in terms of like PEMDAS, we are talking about this type of brackets. So we're talking about grouping symbols. Yeah. So the highest priority has the grouping symbols. The next thing is exponent. Okay, we're talking about powers. To be honest, this is like E exponent, but we are talking about powers. For example, we have 2 to the power 4, we have to raise this 2 to the power 4 before multiplication division part, okay? Or it doesn't matter, we can easily consider like even higher power. We are talking about 3 to the power 100. So as you can see, this power, we are talking about letter E. The next thing is multiplication division group, and a lot of students confused about it because they say, okay, multiplication, now we need to multiply, then we need to divide, but it's not work like that, because this is one common group and we are talking about the same priority. Okay, so multiplication division have the same priority, and it depends whatever mathematical operators comes first from left to right. So for example, when we have 2 times 3 divided by 4, for example, something like that, we have to scan what is the first sign from left to right. And here is our multiplication. So we need to multiply at first. Or in another case, we will have like 2 divided by 3 times 4, so something like that. We need to scan once more what is the first sign from left to right. And the first sign in this case is division. Okay, so it means that whatever mathematical operator, whatever mathematical sign comes first from left to right, multiplication or division, then we need to perform at first this this step. So in this case, multiplication, division, group, multiplication first, division, multiplication, division first. Okay, so I hope you understand this step. And the last thing is also like a group, but this is the easiest one step. You don't need right here order of operation because addition, subtraction is very basic. You don't need this order of operation in this case. All right, so first of all, I hope you learn about this PEMDAS, and right now let's look closely at our question, because we have the question in the beginning and we are like confused in the beginning. We didn't know how can we solve it. We were confused. Yeah, and right now let's try to solve it according to this PEMDAS. So first of all, when you have basic mathematical expression like that, so every time just write this checklist. So when you're like confused, just write this checklist. So let's look at it. Let's write this checklist. So PEMDAS order of operation. Okay, these are the checklist, the same as right here. I just write it in this case. Okay, and to be honest, we need to start from left to right. In our case, we need to start from the top to the bottom. So right now, let's scan. What do we have right here? First of all, letter P stands for parentheses. Let's scan where do we have this type of brackets. Let's look at it. Let's look at our question right here. We need to scan. Where do we have brackets? We don't have brackets. So to be honest, we can easily cancel this P. We don't have parentheses. All right, so let's move forward to the next step. The next step is E, which stands for exponents. All right, so we are talking about powers. Yeah, letter E stands for powers. We don't have right here like powers, second power, third power, 100th power, or whatever. So we can easily skip this part. Yeah, we can easily cancel our E, our next step, this E, we can also cancel it. All right, so we hope you understand it. We don't have parentheses, this type of brackets, we don't have powers, so we just skip this part. Like in terms of priority, just go from left to right. If you using this like horizontal expression or this vertical thing, you can also use this PEMDAS. All right, so the next thing is M and D. We are talking about one common group, so to be honest, a correct thing is to group it. Okay, this is one common group, multiplication and division, and we need to scan where do we have this multiplication and division group. Let's look at it. We have right here multiplication, we have right here division, so we need to add both parts. Okay, so our part after parentheses exponents is multiplication division group, and to be honest, we have a group, we have multiplication division group, and right now let's look closely right here. As I told before, when we have a mixture of multiplication and division, or division multiplication, doesn't matter, we need to perform it from left to right. So right now we are considering only these expressions. So we are considering only these expression, because before addition we have to multiply or divide. And what is the correct order? As I told before, we are talking about left to right order, and doesn't matter because doesn't matter what sign do we have first, comes first from left to right. We are talking about same priority, and we don't care about what is the sign, like multiplication, division. In our case, obviously the first sign from left to right is multiplication, but when we have, for example, division first, then we need to perform division, doesn't matter. So in our case, this is multiplication, so we need to multiply 3 times 3. So let's solve it. Let's write our expression. So we have 3, so the same beginning, 3 plus 3 times 3 equal to 6, equal to 9, sorry, yeah, 9. And we have division by 3, yeah, we have division by 3 and plus 3. All right, so this is our first step. We just multiply, but don't forget about our imaginary parentheses right here, because we need to divide. Okay, before addition we need to divide, obviously. Yeah? So we're talking about division. We are talking about 3 plus 9 divided by 3 equal to 3, and plus 3. So as you can see, we complete our step with multiplication and division. Very easy. From left to right, we need to scan from left to right and go step by step. Okay, when we have a mixture of multiplication and division sign, you just need to go step by step. And right now, in 99% of cases, you don't need this checklist anymore, because we are talking about basic addition. And to be honest, we have addition, we have a addition, we don't have subtraction, but this is not necessary for us to scan addition, subtraction, because we have 3 plus 3 plus 3. Everyone know that this is equal to 9, and this looks like a correct answer. I hope you understand it, but I want to show you a few hints, few tricks to this question, because this is like a classic method how can you solve this question. But if you look closely, there's one really interesting tricky moment in this question, because we have 3 times 3 divided by 3. So to be honest, when we scan it from another perspective, let's just separate this part. We have 3 times 3 divided by 3. Let me just write it right here. So 3 times 3 divided by 3. In terms of algebra, we multiply and we divide by 3. So as you can see, we go from one point, we multiply and we go back to the previous point. So it changed nothing. We multiply and we divide. It's like, for example, we have like 5 apples or something like that. We have 5 apples. We buy like 5 more apples and we eat these 5 apples. So as a result, we have the same 5 apples. So it changed nothing. It's just like a mathematical tricky move right here in terms of like algebra and in terms of like math. When you add and when you subtract, you can easily cancel it. And in the same way works with multiplication division group. When you multiply and divide, it changes nothing. You will have absolutely the same 3, absolutely the same 5. Okay. So when you know this trick, you can easily solve this question much faster. But when you don't know it, you can easily write this checklist, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, and scan step by step. It's not that hard, to be honest, because this question is not that hard, to be honest, because we don't have powers. Just imagine, for example, when we have powers, when we have 3 to the power 5, right here we have 100, something like that. Right here we have inner parentheses. It can be like inner parentheses. So as you can see, we can easily get more complicated questions. So I really hope you understand my notes about it. We have 9, which is a correct answer. Let's move back to our question. Right now we know everything about it. So here is our thoughts in the beginning. So we thought that we don't know the correct order. Right now we know a lot about order. We can easily erase all this stuff right here, and as a result we can easily say, okay, mister, when we have this type of question, multiplication division is before addition subtraction. We have multiplication division group right here. Right now let's scan from left to right. What is the first sign from left to right? The first sign from left to right is this multiplication, so we need to multiply. The second step is this division, because in 99% division is all the time before addition. And the last step is basic addition. So we are talking about a final step. We are talking about the third step. This is our addition. And this is also like a third step. Doesn't matter. We can easily group it from right to left, from left to right. Doesn't matter. When we are talking about 4 plus 3, this is the same as 3 plus 4. So we're talking about basic addition. So I really hope you understand it. I really hope you learn something new. As I told before, a correct answer is 9. You can easily be proud of yourself that you solved this question like that. But when you choose a correct option 6, well, you need to review your basic math, because this is a very bad thing when you solve this question like that. And when you choose option C, which is a correct answer, when you think that correct answer is option C, you need to review your basic math as well, because this is basic thing. This is not a complicated question. We are not talking about the limit when n approaches to infinity, like something like that, or whatever, like a complicated expression. We are not talking about that. We are talking about basic thing. We are talking about basic algebra. We are talking about basic mathematics. Multiplication, division is all the time before addition and subtraction. So very easy question for me, and I hope you understand it. I hope you learn something new, but definitely don't feel bad if you get this wrong. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, so I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your approach when you write your comments, when you think a little bit about basic math, when you review your basic math. This is also extremely important thing. So thank you for your time. Wish you all the best in your life. See you in the next videos.